Action. We've got Amenyah in the building. He's part of the furniture here. Same shit, different day. You saying, my boy?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, man. Why do you sound all down and that?
I didn't win, bro. I'm used to winning every game, clean sheet every game. Now, you know what I mean? It's a new feeling for me.
This guy, man. This guy, blood. You knew it wasn't going to last forever, though, man.
Eventually, all good things must come to an end, obviously. No, I can't lie. It wasn't that terrible. I think it was the nature of it being like 94th minute, whatever. That was deflating. Like, in the grand scheme of things, you got to just say, you know what, Sunderland, fairs, man. You done your thing. Big up you. So, it is what it is.
Let's start there, man. Obviously, my channel. Subscribe to Amenyah. Since he started taking YouTube properly, he's rapidly closing. You know, he's on the 60s, the new target. I think he's hitting 100K by before this time next year. But my point of saying that is to say this, innit? Like, they've heard my thoughts in relation to Sunderland, but like, yeah, man, we ain't heard yours. 4 goals, we conceded 2. How you looking at it, man? Let me know everything.
You know what it is? One of the jarring things about it is that I actually believe the second half was probably one of the best halves we've played like this entire season. That's what's jarring about it. We showed a lot of urgency the moment we went 1-0, even to be fair, the end of the first half as well, when they obviously got their goal. From that point, we showed a lot of urgency. We were creating chances. Many people said, obviously, if there's no corners, we're not going to score anything. Now,
we're not entertaining.
Granted, we didn't win the game, but we showed that we can create chances without spamming free kicks and corners. We're very unlucky with, let's say, Zubimendi hitting the bar. Calafiori had the little header. Obviously, Marino
had a chance at the end of the game as well.
Yeah, so like performance-wise, you cannot be too mad at it because we knew going to Sunderland, they're going to behave like that and they're going to play to their strengths, which they are more than inclined to, and more than welcome to do so. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that right at the very end, I mean, Raya, the strange thing is, Raya in that game,
who's saving us
for all the clean sheets he's kept. I was just thinking, yo, after you've conceded the first goal, this has been a cold game from Raya. And then, obviously, the final 10, 15, 20 minutes, he kind of, I don't know if he bugged out. I don't know what happened there. But, again, you can't really put, like, a lot.
Is it Raya or Gabriel for you? And, obviously, there's other players involved.
For me,
is it Raya or Gabriel?
Specifically, for me, Raya.
See, I said that as well, man.
Gabriel does what he needs to do. Because if he goes with his foot there and doesn't get the ball, it's a penalty. It's whatever anyway. So, he tried to dive in.
No man's land.
Yeah, he tried to dive in, get the header. He didn't quite get it. People are blaming Gabriel. I don't think it's the same as like Newcastle, where he just went down too easy and Voltemada obviously scored and they were like, oh, why did you? That one I'm like, okay, bro, Gabriel, come on. You know, yeah, and then he made up for it. But this one, I don't think that's on Gabriel. I think if I have to put it on someone, it would be Raya. But again, he had a good game prior to that. So it is what it is, man.
It's a weird one, man. Like, it's a weird one because I don't think we can complain. I always feel a general rule of thumb. Yeah, you get the crazy. It wasn't in that game, but you get them crazy games. You might win 3-2 or 4-3. But generally, when you can see 2 goals in the Premier League, I don't think you can. You can be angry. You can be sad. You could look at areas you could have done better. But I don't think you can be vexed that you never got 3 points. If I'm completely honest with you, for me though, it's a weird one because beyond the obvious, like obviously we'll get onto it. But going into the weekend, Liverpool and City, we're doing what we need to do. There's the international break. We just want to win games. And I don't want this to sound like a cop-out. Like, obviously, if you do the ignorant thing and you look at Sunderland versus Arsenal and you weren't watching what Sunderland or Arsenal did this season, you know, Arsenal got a win, you know, it's an L and all of those things. But when you're 10, 11 games into a season, momentum and form and all of these things are probably they probably have the most valid claims. Like, Sunderland are performing well, like us. They had a great defensive record. Their manager's doing the thing. The players are buzzing. Xhaka is obviously the poster boy, potentially one of the signings of the season. I don't think we can really complain. And you touched on it. For me, it's a weird one because I don't think we were dead in the first half. Like, I know how people are. They're going to throw their toys out the pram. I don't think we were dead. We just weren't good enough. We just didn't put our best foot forward. As you said as well, second half, we started doing our thing. I don't think we can complain. Like, I think you're looking across 90 minutes. We weren't as effective as we could have been in both boxes, innit? Like, we didn't defend well enough for the 2 goals. And obviously, we had some half chances. We did score twice, but we never scored our half chances. So for me, I can't complain about a point. I don't want to be the lazy guy, Amenyah, but in August, if you offered me everything that's played out, the points, the clean sheets, or, you know, the loss against Liverpool, I would have accepted this and taken this. But then, yeah, this is a weird one, yeah. And I want to know how you feel, because I don't know if it's a point gained or 2 points dropped. I could say it's a point gained because at one point we were behind, but then I could say it's 2 points dropped because we are a great defensive side. We have got ourselves back in the game. Every game's a cup final, and we didn't see it through to the end. But like, what is it for you? A point gain, 2 points drop?
I think, them convos always depends on what happens the following 2 weeks, as far as I'm concerned. Like, for example, Man City at home, people will say that, is it points dropped or gained? Because obviously Martinelli scores last minute. For me, looking back now, or even saying at the time, it would be a point gained, because now it's like, okay, cool.
I can't lie, man. That's 2 points. City's 2
No,
points.
it is. But bro, looking at what happened afterwards,
they were food for us.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, the reason why I said, let me explain to you. I say that because that was the game that Arteta realized, okay, do you know what? Forget this, like, going into the bigger games with, the whole handbrake conversation or whatever. Just go chuck all your best players, all your attack-minded players on the team and let them cook. And from that moment, I mean, we ended up winning basically every single game, right? So that's why I say at the time, it was better than, let's say, because again, we could have lost the game and then we carry on playing in a similar type of way. So that's why I say it was like that. Now here, if you get that 1 point away Sunderland and then you go and beat Spurs and Chelsea, it's like, okay, you know what? You had that little blip there. It happened. It's a stadium where, I mean, it was bouncing, it was rocking. Like they are
typical English Premier League game.
They were second in the league at a point during that game. So that's why I say that, because if you now drop that point and then you also now fumble against Spurs and then you have Chelsea on the horizon who will be looking to slyly try and close the gap themselves as well, then it becomes a problem. So that's why I say right here, right now, I can't really tell you, because obviously the biggest concern now is what City are doing in the background. So
we're gonna get on to them. But for me, I would say beyond the obvious, because I don't think you're wrong, but beyond the obvious, like for a team that's so experienced, that's got themselves back in the game, that's one of the best defensive teams, I feel like it's a point game because we came from behind. But I do think last 15 minutes is 2 points dropped in it, just because it is got into like, it felt like it's not a loss, and I think people need to chill out, but it felt like a loss when we conceded that equalizer.
Of course. Now I say, like, of course, like a 94th minute goal, you're gonna feel deflated. I was fuming. Do you know what I mean? Of course, you're not gonna be like feeling like, oh yeah, you know what, a draw beforehand would have been calm or whatever. Whoever you're playing against, if you're winning and it's minute 94, you expect to leave with 3 points. So yeah, it's natural to be vexed at it, to be honest.
I can't lie to you. The thing that peed me off beyond the obvious, and it's going to sound so ignorant and so silly of me, but Marino's gone down. Xhaka's all clamoring over him, and like none of our players are pushing him and doing the argy-bargy. Like, I'm not saying this is my team, but it made me think back to the days where like no one backed the beef. That I don't even know why I mentioned that. It's completely off topic, man. And this is a good question as well. Yeah, well, he ain't asked the question, but he said that was Mikel's fault. Not using the bench, you're going to defend, then do it properly and put all the fridge units. Now, for me personally, if I'm honest with you, I think it's a game of everything, if it makes sense. Like, I think maybe Arteta will look back and he could have done better. All the players could have done better. We share the L's, draws, and W's together type of thing. But I did feel we sat back a bit too much in the build-up to that second goal. And I know our bench is depleted. Clearly, we're missing attackers. I'm not like, he brought a Mascara, so cool. And you could have done changes and it might not have banged you. But I think you could have used Myles Lewis-Skelly and Hincapié just to see out the result or things like that. Where are you at, if anything, with like his in-game management when we're trying to see it out?
To be honest, I think a lot of it is a bit of overreaction, you know. As
100%.
I'll tell you why I think that. Because it's something that Arsenal have done many a time in the last year, 2, 3 years, whatever the case may be.
The last 10 games.
It's worked nearly every single time. And then the one time it doesn't, now it's like, oh, what a poor mentality. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Now, I do agree. Certainly, Lewis-Skelly could have come on, or Hincapié or whatever. But I'll be real. Even like, let's say, minute 60, 65, 70. You know, like when we're still chasing the game, 2-1 down. I'm looking at the bench thinking, I'll be real, I don't really want to bring anyone on right now. Like, the players are out here right now. They are, to be fair, and they were hooping as well. Despite us being 2-1 down, they were hooping. So I was like, you know what?
Ball. Credit to Sunderland.
Just stay on. And it was only really by minute 90 or so that we saw the first instance of like even Declan Rice being tired, right? There was one run where you could see he was like,
cracked, man.
Bro, he was gasping for air. But at that point, like, it's you know what I mean? There's not really a lot you can do. So it's tough. Like, you have to remember as well, a lot of them, like the subs or whatever, maybe they're either teenagers or they haven't really played in England.
Yeah, when again,
you coming on away Sunderland, where normally, I think we've said it before, even when Arsenal go a goal up, or like we were 2-1 up here, but in general, 1-0 or 2-1, whatever the case may be, more time, pack your bags, forget whatever, bro. The game's done, bro. Big up your team. But Sunderland, the game was never, ever, ever over. So you cannot afford to, let's say, weaken the team even in the slightest. If
Bro,
that's
I had to eat
you think
humble
it is
pie,
to do.
man. Like Brian Brobley, whatever his name is. I was calling him a PT. I was saying, I swear I seen you
Bro,
at Pure Gym.
he's not even good. That's what it was. But it was
Yeah,
so obviously going to happen
He's
after
lucky,
Chelsea.
bro. Ajax Academy, he's a liar.
But he done it to Chelsea, so you know it's a similar thing, bro. He's just a unit, innit? So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I was enjoying watching, like, I don't know, Merino ball or something, but like there's not a whole lot of options other than Skelly, who would, I guess, understand the context of it being Stadium of Light. But is what is.
You see games like that, yeah. Like obviously the game beyond the obvious, games like that, because we're touching on the bench. Obviously, there's been injuries. Obviously, there's a lot of minutes in the legs, and away from the internet, well, including the international break, but obviously the international break, fatigue, and all these things. Are you a bit concerned? Because yeah, we're hearing players, assuming they all come back, they come back. We all know how unfortunately the game works. Couple man come back, Dons get injured. Are you concerned about like the fitness of our players? Because we're only 11 games into the Premier League, what, probably 14, 15 in all comps. And everybody knows there's a lot of football, broski.
No, I think, you know what it is? The problem, yeah, or maybe what makes this even more painful is that had we just scraped through this and got the 3 points anyhow we can, then we know in the next 2 weeks, international break, Gyökeres is loading, Madueke is loading, Odegaard is loading. I'm not sure about Martinelli. I have no idea what his like time frame or whatever.
It seems quite positive on all of them, bar Gabriel Jesus of sorts. Like if we're talking North London derby, Bayern and Chelsea.
Yeah. So had we just got the 3 points, then boom, it's a massive boost to have even just like two of them back, even just two players. You can now look at the bench again and think the same way we did, you know, in the first 5 games of the season, where even then we had injuries, but it was like not to this extent. Like this. It's all in one position, i.e., like the front three, right? Normally, you know, you have like an attacker here, maybe a defender here. You can get through, but when you got like 5, 6 attackers just gone, yeah, you do look a lot worse. But I think it should get better. I know at this club it's 1 in, 1 out, so someone's gonna have to go down, unfortunately. But I do believe the brothers coming through, it should be positive.
Well, it is what it is. Like, you know, it don't feel like a defeat, but it does. But I do think for Arsenal fans, not that I'm trying to find a silver lining, but we've been in the clouds, innit? We're winning, all our rivals are in spliffs, we're winning, clean sheets, we're just doing what we're doing. Last time I had you on my platform, we sat here and said, you know, one of the most impressive things beyond the obvious is we both don't believe like we're not clicking in the final third, but it's like there's still many gears to go up. So I feel when you have a game like that against Sunderland, and more for the fans than the players, it's a reminder that life ain't easy like 1, 2, 3 in it. Like you got to kind of calm down type of thing. And to be fair with you, yeah, we'll obviously throughout this live stream we'll get onto the fixtures to come, yeah. But me and you said this, well, we spoke about this last week in that I'm not going to sit here and say, not that I'm scared, but I'm not going to sit here and say what Chelsea, Spurs, Bayern, Brentford at home, these are not fixtures that, you know, while I believe in my team, like it's a bit nervy. But for me, I was more shook of not really Sunderland, respectfully, but like everything I would say from Newcastle, every Premier League game from Newcastle till now. You could even throw Brighton in the League Cup. So we've dealt with that. We just have to keep on moving. You mentioned injuries, yeah, and I want to ask you a question. Like, obviously, like it'd be too easy to say, like, we need our players back. Whether you rate the players or I rate the players, us in the chat, we recognize everybody needs to be fit. We need to utilize a lot of players, yeah. But if I share my screen, yeah, what player do you miss the most? Like, what player do you think we're missing the most?
Ooh.
So you got, for anyone just listening on the audio thing, make sure you subscribe to Amenyah as well, by the way. It's in the title. Kai Havertz, Gabriel Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Noni Madueke, and obviously the captain, Martin Odegaard.
Well, I mean, as far as like what we have available is concerned, it would be one of the strikers, isn't it? Because we have people that can play on the wing and manage, right? Trossard's done really well in the absence of Martinelli, but at the same time, Martinelli being the only person that has that kind of outlet running pace is crucial as well. So it's a techie one. Obviously, Odegaard like starts immediately when, you know, he's fully fit as well. But like, again, there are workarounds to it. So it would have to be a I'm looking at either Kai, Jesus, or Gyökeres, to be honest with you.
You
Like,
need one, man. You can't be greedy.
Hey, give me Jesus back, man.
You know what?
Jesus back, man.
I hear it. I didn't expect you to say that. I had James on the platform and he went with. I don't think he went with Jesus, but like I asked him a bit of a different question. When everyone's fit, who's the best striker? And he went with Gabriel Jesus. I hear it with the Jesus thing. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Big up Jesus. For me, it's probably Gyökeres. You know, it's Gyökeres or Kai because you said it there. It's like we're missing strikers. We need that focal point, and I think big up Marino. He's a good player. He does what he does for the team, but I just feel like centre backs are starting to clock. We can go further up the field. I saw that in the second half against Burnley, and if I'm honest, I saw that at Sunderland, where obviously Gyökeres has to do all the not false nine stuff, but false nine stuff. But when you've got someone that's so good on the break, so powerful, a traditional striker, you've played football. It gives defenders something to think about in it. So for me, I will go Gyökeres or Kai based on what you said. And then I would say Odegaard, you know, like, listen, big up Eze. I don't care where Eze plays, just as long as he plays. I think you're a Nigerian / English / South London Swiss Army knife. Like, you can play out wide, you can play in a bunch of midfield roles. But I just feel even against Sunderland, I know we always do this thing as Arsenal fans, yeah. The players that are not involved, we always miss them more. But you know, you look at someone like Martinelli, whether he's going to help out his left back when we're trying to see out the game or just provide some pace going the other way, yeah, that's a form of defending. Odegaard with the press and all that kind of jazz, we miss him. And I do want to see Eze and Odegaard play together type of thing. But yeah, I didn't expect you to say Jesus. What, no Noni Madueke?
No, I mean, realistically, out of this 6, that's probably like the easiest one. So, like, we're big up his thing. But if it was like a ranking thing, he probably would be the 6th one. Because although we need, you know, some Saka backup and whatnot, it's like, and he had a really good start to the season too, but I just think the others have a bit more importance or have shown us for a longer period as well that they can offer something crucial, you know what I mean? It's not as though Madueke is media or anything like that. It's just, if you're asking me who do I need, there are players on this picture that I know have delivered for, you know, 10, 15, 20 games or whatever for Arsenal. So that's why I go with that. But like I said, my Odegaard, listen, bro, very important for the pressing, and he's someone that can grab the game by the neck at times as well. So I don't really think there's like a bad answer, to be honest with you, out of these.
Aye. And the thing is, I think that what I don't want people to forget, and I think Amenyah will agree with this, we need all these guys back. Like, whoever's going to be on the bench or start, that's between you and Mikel Arteta, but we need the luxury. We're going into a serious run of games. Obviously, there's more minutes in the legs during the international break, and you just never know what twists and turns, bumps and bruises are going to happen, really and truly. What do you make of this, man? I know some people asking about Myles Lewis-Skelly. We're gonna get onto that, people, but Benjamin White, I don't know how legitimate the links are, but I mean, it's that predictable thing in it. My man struggling for game time, quote unquote. Timber's not put a foot wrong. There's Manchester City links. Apparently, he's unhappy and wants game time. What do you make of that?
That is the absolute first I'm hearing of it, to be honest with you. So I didn't have any prior thoughts about Ben White to Man City.
Be a good signing, though, to be fair.
I don't think. The thing is, he was out for quite a while. So even if, yeah, maybe he's unhappy with minutes, he has to also be managed because unfortunately, Timber obviously had an entire year out and Ben White put his body on the line. And now,
he's done that for years as well.
Unfortunately, he's seeing the repercussions of that. And Tomiyasu, again, big up him, but like, unfortunately,
still ain't got a club, you know. It's mad. Big up Tommy. Yeah, hope you find one.
Unfortunately for him, it meant that Ben White was used like a bar of soap. So now it needs to just take time, bro. Like there's,
you know, when it's bare fit and cracks and that's what we did to White.
Still, his thing is like, you know, the toothpaste here, we have to start rolling it at the end.
Yeah, you start rolling it, cutting it, bro.
There's nothing left. So Ben White, just take your time. It's going to be a long season. You will get your games, whether it be right center back, right back. I'm sure there will be opportunities. And to be fair with City, Matheus Nunes is kind of cooking at right back right now.
He's doing his thing.
I don't think he's going to go to City to start if that's what the links are. But again, that could be Indy Kaler sources. That could, I don't know whose source.
He got the David Ornstein co-side, you know. Like, we might have to allow him.
Yeah. Probably unfollowed him after he saw the next tweets, man.
Do you know what it is? It's that predictable thing. Again, Ben White, you never know. I don't know Ben White. I don't know Mikel Arteta. I don't know what their agents are saying. Anybody can leave at any given point, yeah? But the first thing I would say is, I'm not saying Sadiq saying this, Amenyah or myself or anyone in the chat, yeah? But the wording of these things, when you actually strip it back, it's not that it's wrong. He's apparently unhappy. Yes, you should be unhappy. Every player that's on the bench should be unhappy. Obviously, the collective comes first. I want you to, who wants happy players on the bench? Go, you was our first choice right back. You was in England shouts. You are a first choice Premier League starting fullback. As you said there, Timber just ain't, bit like, we'll get on to Myles Lewis-Skelly, but them man that are playing, they have not put a foot wrong. And Amenyah said it there. There's a long amount of football to be played. We have actually, more so Benjamin White for the last few years, like, I don't want to say ran into the ground, but been run into the ground. We used him like a bar of soap. That could very well happen to Timber. In fact, you could argue to a degree post ACL that happened last year with Timber. We've got two quality right backs. You man fight it out. Timber, don't lose your spot. Benjamin White, go and take his spot. That's the mentality. Because as much as it's a friends thing, it's a family thing, the collective comes first. Be selfish. Give Arteta a headache. So there's no problem to worry about with Benjamin White. And it doesn't make sense him going to City. Why would we strengthen rivals? Stranger things have happened, but I'm not going to really take that in. I mean, keeping up the theme with fullbacks, Myles Lewis-Skelly, allegedly several Premier League teams are monitoring him. There's some rumours Arsenal will let him go for the right offer. There's loan shouts, Tuchel's speaking. Obviously, Calafiori ain't put a foot wrong. Where are you at with Myles Lewis-Skelly, or does it kind of follow the same rhetoric with Benjamin White for you?
Thomas Tuchel, when I catch you, I know he's got brothers from Chelsea giving him the little, go talk about this, go talk about that. Because realistically, I don't think it's an issue whatsoever. I mean, I know, I get it. The minutes in the Premier League, they haven't been as crazy. But when I saw people putting up like comparisons of minutes that, like, let's say Saka had it before he was 19, or Foden, all these other youngsters, Lewis-Skelly's up there, bro. The brother was pulling up, to the Bernabeu. The brother was playing semi-finals against PSG and whatnot. So I don't think he, nor the club, nor anyone is really concerned. The same thing again, like, long season. He will acknowledge, he will know that Calafiori so far hasn't really done anything wrong to get dropped. Although, like, if you asked me 2 months ago or before the season began, my starting 11, Lewis-Skelly's in that.
It would have been Lewis-Skelly.
Sure. Obviously, if Calafiori's not doing anything wrong, then he will stay. I would have liked to see Lewis-Skelly get a few more. Why has my man got my foot? Look at my man.
SLD's tapped, man. He does it to me. He does it to you now. He's done it to Kenny. He's one of them. He just tapped, man. He's got a screw loose, man. I know him.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, for me, Lewis-Skelly, I'd have liked to see him play in midfield a little bit. But, again, not really, like, my decision. So, I don't think he should be, or rather anyone should be concerned that he's going to be leaving. That definitely isn't the case. So,
and God forbid, but like, and I don't know the validity of this, but apparently Calafiori's picked up a hip issue. We hope he's all right, but this is why you need competition. And for me, Amenyah, like, I think people want to have their cake and eat it. You can't talk about competitive squads and then start crying when man are not playing. Granted, granted, if our form was inconsistent, if we was doing the Liverpool thing at this moment in time, then I think, all right, there's claims to give other people a chance in it. But man, I'm not putting a foot wrong, and I'm not being funny. As you said there, Myles Lewis-Skelly's done bloody fantastic. Like, to have over 50 games playing for this club, to get capped at 19, to do what he did against Real Madrid, the PSGs, to do the whole Haaland thing, it's great. But again, life's not going to be like that. The reality is you're competing with international footballers signed for big money. Calafiori, I'm not saying he should be ahead of you, because I don't really care who plays left back, but he should. He's more experienced than you. He's an Italian international. In theory, he should be. But when you get your chance, just take it. And he ain't put a foot wrong in the champs. He has only played 87 minutes of Premier League football. But going back to what Amenyah said, if you just do the maths, we've played 11 Premier League games, probably about 14 in all comps. We've been dealing with injuries since the start. We've seen elements, even when we've won, that there's been fatigue and all of these kind of things. We need a squad. And even in central midfield, like, I'm sorry, but I still think we need an 8 and a 6. Granted, when everyone's fit, if everyone's fit, it looks like there's a lot of depth, which is true. But Declan Rice looks a bit spent on occasions. I think we could do with a bit of a different profile in 8. Take nothing away from Rice. I want to see him there. And I know we've got Norgard, but maybe another 6. But I'm going off topic. In conclusion, like somebody said in the chat, it's ad revenue. It's, it's international break. They're probably, it's not just our club. They're probably looking at who isn't playing football. Oh my God, they're going to leave. They're going to do this, that, and the third, man. So let's not worry about Myles Lewis-Skelly. Of course, I want to see him play football. I want to see him get called up and all of these kind of things. The same says for Wanyeri, but this is the reality of a big club. Only 11 man can start. make sure Arteta don't leave you out, innit? Smash the like button, people, and make sure you're subscribing to Amenyah. The stuff is in the title. Do not be lazy. Keep joining the discussion. I want to go back to Sunderland, like, not to make anyone vex. Big up Ballard because he did score against us and things of that ilk, yeah. I wanted to do player ratings, man. Let me zoom in so everyone can kind of see, yeah. What number are you giving David Raya?
Oof.
Out of 10. There's no half ratings as well.
Yeah. Oh, so just pure numbers, yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to hear 6.5, 5.5, all that statistic stuff.
Okay.
All numbers.
All right then. 7.
Fair. Yeah, he fucked
7.
up.
I think he had a good game that would have been worth like an 8, or you said no halves, but maybe in between that and a 9. But then I think the goal that you consider, the second one in particular, I think that is quite a lot on him. So that's why
when you come out, you got to make it. But you saved us. Like, you saved us. I don't agree with the chat 4 and 5. That's like moving like a man's dropping clangers, man.
No.
That
7 is like good.
4. That's emotional, Sadiq.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, every player on here then will be a 4 because every player will make a mistake on the pitch. It just so happens that for a goalkeeper, when you make a mistake, you're picking the ball from the back of your net. So you cannot now go and say everyone there is like a 4 because they misplaced a pass or they mistimed the tackle.
And I disagree with that about costing us the game, because if you want to really do that, we all have to take responsibility. I'm not even trying to draw out Arteta, but Arteta, we've all considered that maybe there was tired legs. You could have maybe been a bit more proactive and changed things. Football's decided in both ends. If I'm completely honest, I know Saka got the goal. Trossard's the only one in the attacking ranks that I thought, wow, was amazing. Numerous players had chances that they didn't bag, whether it was unlucky or not. Obviously, if you go and watch those goals back, we're focusing on David Raya and stuff. But there's one that Eze lost the ball, I'm sure. Declan Rice didn't follow runners. That Gabriel maybe could have even done better. Yeah, Raya's in no man's land. But at the same time, there's several sequences of play. Raya has to hold that. And even that, you can't give Raya a 4 because I know he's made that mistake. But how many times in the game did he save us? So then where are we going with it? I think that's reactionary. Even if you consider he made a mistake. A 4? I'm going with a 6 for Raya still. Like, I would have given you a 7, but for me, that goal you conceded or being out of your area, I have to take 1 mark back, if that makes sense. So 6, big up Raya. You've saved us better times, man. And to be fair, Raya's probably rusty. He ain't played no games for this football club in the last few weeks. So Raya saved us, man. It is what it is. Jury and Timber.
You know what is strange? Like the whole back line, I think they were pretty calm, except for just 2 moments where they did not defend their box. So that's why it's a difficult one to really assess them. It wasn't as though, again, I mean, Sunderland, they scored with their
half ratings. Go on, Amenyah.
They scored with their first shot, right? So that's why it's tough to like give defenders a rating for this one. And again, I don't think we really played bad. Like, I would really, to save you time, I would just give all the defenders, again, like a 6 or a 7. I don't think anybody was a standout per se, and nobody
6 across the back line for me as well.
Yeah, like nothing. It's hard to judge them because they've conceded 2 goals, isn't it? But then into the midfield, I would say Zubimendi again. The reason why this one is techie is because he gave away the free kick for the goal. You could argue it's not a free kick, but at the same time, he did give it away. He hit the bar, very unlucky. So it's really and truly, everyone was about a similar level, except Trossard was much better, and then Saka and Eze were quieter than, let's say, average. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'd give everyone. Go on.
No. Basically, everyone would be like a similar, like 6. The thing is, if I say 6, they're gonna do 6, whatever. But my point being, that kind of rating is what I'd give them. Then like Trossard can have a little 8, and then.
Oh, I think you're harsh on Trossard there.
What?
I can't lie, I give Trossard a 9, maybe even a 10. Like, actually, because I remember, like, even the watch along I was saying, I felt like we was a lot more like relevant down the left-hand side. I actually think Trossard was very good. Forget his goal. I actually think he was, obviously, I can't forget his goal. He scored a flipping screamer, in it, really. But I think Trossard was good, man. I would have given him an 8, but I give him an 8 plus a bonus point for bagging. I give him a 9, Like,
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but it's just, again, the first half, nothing was really
his dons were there.
That's what I'm saying, though. Trossard was like above, and then everyone else was in there. And the weird thing is, Saka got his goal, but you could say that was like his quietest game. So I think you give Saka the 7 regardless because he got the goal that was very important.
6 plus the bonus point.
Yeah, back in the game.
Or could you even say 5 for Saka? Because it goes against it because of the standards, but 5 for Saka, bonus point for bagging 6.
Yeah, and at the same time as well, like there was a chance he had on his left foot, if you remember, before the goal, where he dragged it wide. So it wasn't a great game, but again, if you're gonna get the goal and drive it home with your right foot like that, it was a really, really important goal, because going 1-0 down to Sunderland, again, all the talk about is it gonna be corners, free kicks, how are you gonna get a goal now, fellas? Like, it wasn't looking like we were gonna, create much when they scored initially. Then we started again clicking into gears. So that's why I say one of the most confusing games to give player ratings for.
It was confusing because in the second half, there was obviously without the obvious things that led to the narratives we're at. So let me just say, probably, I know you said earlier, the kind of closing stages of the first half, but I'm focused on the second half. I think the first 15, maybe 20, maybe, I don't know how it would all fall. I think there was elements of us playing not out of our skin, but out of our skin. And then it was one of them games, innit? When there's been 4 goals conceded, there's maybe the 20 minutes here, Sunderland were better than us, we were better than them. So yeah, for me, like you said in conclusion, Trossard's the standout. I'd give Rice a 6, to be honest with you. You can give him a bonus point for it I'd give Rice a 7. I think he dug deep in the second half.
Yeah, and he slightly made the goal as well. He made the goal for me. The first
one. I think Zubimendi was mustard. I know he gave away the free kick. I think he did his thing in that game. I'd probably give him a 7, but 6, because you can't have the same as Rice. You weren't below your teammates, but a 6 still didn't see much as man.
Yeah, to me, 6 is you're decent. Like, you were not cold or anything. 6 is just decent. Like, you done all right. You know what I mean? That's what I'd say is my 6. 8 is no. I'm not going for 8.
Where you at with this? Saka, poor 5, missed so many chances. I'd bench him for 3 games.
I mean, I know Arsenal. I don't know if he's an Arsenal fan. I don't know if it's just
he is.
He's an Arsenal fan. Okay,
so 3 games would be North London Derby, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea. Good luck,
man. Enjoy Ethan Waneri. Big up his thing. Enjoy him playing on the right wing or something. Whoever you want there, because you're gonna bench Saka for 3 games and then be begging for him to come on at half time. All 3 of those games, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. And his goal was top. Take nothing away from Saka. And you know what? That's the weirdest thing in that. I look at the Fulham game. You obviously never scored, but I think that was one of the best kind of moments I've seen from Saka this year. He's still getting into the groove of things. And then obviously he bagged against Sunderland. You were indifferent, innit? Like the majority of the team, you were indifferent. But the one thing I'll give Saka in the last 2 games, I know he bagged the penalty and obviously scored in this. The last time he was here, best person to have again. Like, we said, we need some numbers, Saka, now. Like, we know you're going to do it, but number settings now. And two in somewhat 2, you're doing what needs to be done. Only Mascara came on. I mean, you didn't have there's not really a rating, innit? You weren't on the pitch long enough, really. I know you've come on and we've conceded, but I wouldn't attribute that to you. I think it's a bit mad. We only use 1 sub, but it is what it is, Arteta, man. Like, I can't go back in time. So that, quickly, before we carry on, and we look at the fixtures, obviously, I watch your content. I've seen everything, but where you at with Liverpool and City? They played each other, so that game and individually and all that stuff and what it means for the title race. And
obviously the ideal result for everyone was a draw, if not worst case scenario, or not worst case, but next best scenario, I suppose, would have been Liverpool to win, because I look at City since, the Dortmund game was class, and just the last couple of weeks, City, since inviting Shirky to come and play in the 11, have a very serious team. Haaland is bagging. Obviously, Doku's now woken up and realized that he can decide to demonstrate a bit of end product.
So they are use,
bro. So they're looking like a very serious team. And naturally, people say that whenever Liverpool win the league, it's normally them kind of running away with it, and then nobody really catches them. They don't really hunt teams down, if you know what I'm talking about. Whereas City, they can do we're gonna blow everyone out the water and win the league by March,
and they can
April.
do the hunting thing, which we know.
We're 5, 6, 7 points behind, and we're going to come and just close that gap slowly. I'm still hoping that, they go to Newcastle and mess up. But again, next couple games now are very, very important, because that 4 points can turn to 0 very,
very. It turned to 1 before we actually played the day after City, Newcastle against Spurs.
I didn't even know that was the order of affairs. Then there you go. So yeah,
and that's the thing, Amenyah. obviously 4 point. We'll take any gap we can have. 1
Yeah.
point, 10 million points. Who cares? But we're in November, innit? It's gonna fluctuate and things like that. But that's the thing with me. It feels like City are gonna go. Granted, I had Liverpool as the favourites at the start of the season. I did say there was like cogs in their game and like it's not sustainable how they're winning. But to be fair with them, they were winning. Start of the season, new players, not resting on their laurels, all that kind of jazz. They're quite frankly, they're in disarray at the moment. They're one of the worst coach sides in the Premier League. Off the ball, everything they were doing, the way City were exploiting that channel, like Haaland was standing on Van Dijk, and they were imploring what's his name, Konate and Bradley to have the ball and just picking their moments, and they're gone. So they're in disarray. But people also said this about City really and truly a few weeks ago, like they're not on nothing. Now now Haaland is going to drag them and Pep's going to do his genius stuff. I think Pep said it best, and he's not the first nor the last manager. Nothing's won in October, November, innit? We just need to calm down and keep going. So then that leads me to ask you, or go over, like, first thing is, like, who do you have as the favourites for the Prem? Is it us? Is it still Liverpool? Is it City? Yeah.
Okay. If I have to go percentages, for who wins this league title, that's how I'll do it. So let's go. I will say, as things stand right now, I would go with like a 40% Arsenal, 30% City. That's what, 70, 15% Liverpool. That's 85, and then the remaining 15. Who knows?
You just never know what happens in football.
Yeah, might be like Chelsea. Sunderland might pull up. You never know. So that's roughly what I'd go with. Obviously, the City one is like very, very reliant on Erling Haaland playing 30, 35 games. If he misses like 10 or 8 games, something like that, I'd feel a lot more confident. But the problem is this guy looks like he's just the most durable robot of all time now. Like, he's just not getting... Normally, like every season he'll have like a little month or two out, right? Because to be fair, we always know August, September, that guy breaks records every year. No matter how City do, he will go and bag like 15 goals in like October, and then you hope that it kind of peters out and plateaus, if you will. So yeah, City is definitely the biggest concern right now. I must say, I did go from planning my parade outfit. I'm putting that one on hold for now, but 6 points against Spurs and Chelsea, I'll be pre-ordering.
We'll get into that. And I make it right. I don't feel there's a favorite, if I'm completely honest. It might sound like a cop-out, but as I just said there, a lot of people had Liverpool as the favorites, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we've been presented new information. People kind of writ off City and had them third in this 3-horse race. Some might even have them as the favorites, or just say, like, they're hunting Arsenal down. Arsenal might slip. People have said Arsenal are not on nothing. Handbrake up, Arteta this, their players that. Then we're inevitable. No one can stop us. Now people asking questions. I genuinely think, I couldn't tell you a specific date. I don't know if it will run to the last game of the season and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's quote unquote going to the wire. I hope I'm wrong and we run away with it. But I don't think anybody's running away with anything. And we don't know what spanners are in the works. We don't know what momentum can do, good or bad. We don't know for injuries. Obviously, where Arsenal are concerned, like, we ain't got really attackers. Big up Clive Palmer. Like, he made a great point, bro. And it was like, he wasn't questioning Arsenal's mentality, but he was like, we don't know what we're on during the crunch time. We don't know the dynamics during the crunch time. And for me, I'm only going to really take in the league table and any sort of points gap when we're end of April, May. That's when it kind of means something to me, because I still maintain, like, with 20 odd games to go, this is the best time. It's not the best time, but this is the best time to rub out. If you're going to be rubbed, you can salvage the Premier League, as difficult as it might be in Liverpool's case. You still got all the other things to play for. So it is what it is, man. But then that leads me to ask you, like, obviously I don't want to be that guy in it. I'm not even talking manager in, out, shake it all about. Like, if we don't win the Premier...
Next question.
No. Listen.
We don't want to invite that kind of energy into the world.
Fuck that. We're grown people out here. Fuck that. If we don't win the Premier League, we're like, do you think we're cursed? Forget manager in, out. Like, do you think we're cursed if we don't win it this year? Because we don't want to be us working for us.
We already are cursed. We are trying to defeat the curse right now. The curse has been there, bro. I told you, I don't know if it was Adebayo banging George or someone done something, and we're trying to break out of it. That's what's the difficult part. So, lo and behold, in May, it will be over. The floodgates will open. Trophy upon trophy upon trophy. We will be there.
And then in August, hopefully we win the biggest. and the big domestic is August English Super Cup. We got things to do. Or what do you refer to it as? You do it better than me. I say English Super Cup. You call it some mad thing.
Is the International Super Copa de Anglais.
100%. All of that. Like all of that. Stop, DG. We are not Tottenham. What do you mean? Like, what? I'm not allowed to think. Listen, I'm not being funny here, but the last 3 years, there's been highs, there's been lows, there's been moments, and we've not got it. I think somebody's cursed us. Do you know, out of the 3 years, granted, the first year, Jesus is in his first year. Nobody expected it. We're sat in there thinking, well, you know what? Maybe it could be not a Leicester thing, but it might be a little Leicester thing for us. The second year, I was like, it was disappointing because I still didn't think we'd win it, but like it just like we took it to the last game of the season, innit? Last year, I don't know about anyone else. I checked out very early from any fighting for Premier Leagues because we didn't do what we needed to do. This year, it does feel different, and I just think we've got a bloody good fight. I think we've got as much of a chance as anyone in it. So it is what it is. I genuinely think, as I've said to Amenyah before, I can't tell you if Arsenal are going to win the Prem, the Champs, the FA Cup, or the League Cup. I hope we win them all. I hope we win two of them at the very minimum. I hope we win the majors and all of those things. I can't tell you which one, but I can tell you, honestly, in my heart, I think May 2026, our name is etched on some silverware. Like, I genuinely believe that. I think my team has shown me when they're good, they can be very great. We can maneuver at this moment in time when we're not really fully clicking into gear. When things are going wrong, I know it didn't happen against Sunderland, but we get things done. And even Sunderland, you could say things went wrong. And even when we feel like we've lost, we've left with something in it. So that leads me to this one then, man. Like, the fixture calendar list, man. Everyone that's been on the platform, like, it's time now. Why is it not? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. More matches. Okay. I hope everyone in the chat can see. Caring about you lot. Don't forget to subscribe to Amenyah's platform. I mean, my man's just crossed over 50. The next target is 60, 70, 80, 90, and he's doing great things away from everything else. Proud of my lad, man. Proud of my lad. This is the man. Why has it gone to this? What's going on here? This is the man that got on to me, because some of you see me upload it every now and again for taking notes at the game. I'll never let that down, man. I couldn't just let me do my thing. Like,
no, it was funny. I grabbed that one when I went to the Porto game, bro. It's funny, man. I've never seen that before. A man is sitting there writing notes and he's rubbing his chin like that, thinking, bro, just watch the game, man.
Oh, man. That was it. We met 21 Savage, but like, bro, what's the first thoughts that come to mind before I ask you for fixtures? You could see, obviously, I'll say it if you're just listening. North London derby, obviously, against Spurs at home. Then we've got Bayern. Then we go away to Chelsea. Then we've got Brentford. Then we've got Villa away, and also Club Brugge. Then we've got Wolves. Then we've got Everton, and we've got a quarter final against Crystal Palace. Before, obviously, we've got Brighton and Villa at home, and that's the end of the year. So I'm initially kind of focusing on like November to December. Like, initially, what's your thoughts when you see this?
You know what's crazy? I'm sure, I don't know if you will agree, but certainly some guys in the chat will agree. When Arsenal drop points, or whatever team you support, when you drop points here, suddenly every game looks a bit like, I'm not sure. When you're winning, it's like, win, or whatever. You drop points in one game, you look at them all like, what?
You start doing maths and
really like that one, it doesn't look nice at all. I'll be honest, I'm not really like, see the Bayern one. I'd love to win it for the sake of the storyline of it being Bayern and whatnot. Obviously, we owe them a little satin for all these years. However,
not a little satin, we owe them beats. Granddad and grandma beats, not mom and dad beats, like the older beats.
But like at the same time, I don't really care as much because like Champions League, the group phase, we're all right there regardless, right? Like obviously, again, you want to win every game.
I think he'll rotate for Bayern.
But yeah, I think the league games are far more important than Bayern and arguably, Bruges, although at home they're very strong. So naturally, Spurs, you'd like to think we win that given how they've been performing recently. Chelsea, they're going to be fighting for their lives because obviously we've slapped their head like good boys for about 4 or 5 years now, where all they have to do is keep on saying, we're a Conference League and the Donald Trump Award trophy, whatever certificate they won in the So like they're obviously they're desperate to get that win finally. There, I've seen them posting the clips of Timber and Maresca and whatnot. Like they clearly, it means a lot to them.
That's their Brentford. That's their Brentford moment with the Tony thing.
Yeah. So if we can just get through that, then obviously Brentford, you'd like to think, we can deal with them long throws at home. We'll be all right. Villa away, suddenly they're good again, bro. It was
annoying, isn't it? Annoying.
Everybody eats team, and then now they're good again, bro. Like, what's your problem? And then Wolves, you should, if we're not beating Wolves, then pack up
respectfully to Wolves, and you probably have a new manager, and there might be new managerial bounce kind of chat.
There's no amount of bounce that can beat this team.
That's an everybody eats game. 3 points, bare goals, even a couple man that need goals, like the Kais, the Yokerezes, them kind of games. That's where you boost up your statistics for the end of the season. I can't lie to you. Yeah, I said this to you on the last live stream. Of course, these are all big games. We're gonna have to earn the right to play. We don't know how we're going to navigate the squad with, there's big questions for Arteta if he rotates or not, all of that kind of jazz, yeah? And I know, against the top 6, by our own standards, we ain't really done our thing this year, but I do think it's the bogey teams that scare me. Because I said this to you last week, yeah? When you look at the run of games, obviously ignoring Prague and things like that, and it's not to discredit these teams because they're all good, but I'm sure people can see, like, we've had the Newcastles, the Brightons, the Palaces, Fulham away, West Ham at home. This was the run of games that made me a bit more shook, if that makes sense. And we've navigated it. And now I'm on, like, bring it. It's like, you want to fight me? Let's do this, innit? North London. This might sound mad, but in these 3 games, yeah, there's scope for rotation. I reckon he does it against Bayern. Obviously, we dropped points against Sunderland, and we touched on City could make ground. But of the 3 teams, yeah, I can't lie. Spurs is the one that you could probably not heavily rotate, but you could probably rotate and still do a thing. I've seen worse teams slap them.
That's the first game as well. Don't boy.
That's why I said it's madness. So I'm not on it.
No. If like the plan is, looking at this right now, Bayern again. You go with like a strong team, obviously, because again you want to win, and it just for me right now after what they done to PSG, I'd put them as best in Europe right now personally. The way that they
I don't want that pressure. They're the best team in Europe,
man. By the ears, they cooked. I'm hoping, if I'm not mistaken, that same, match day or whatever, Chelsea are facing Barca, innit? I think. Or maybe it's the week after, I'm not sure.
You're not wrong.
I think they got Barca. So I'm hoping, and Chelsea and Tottenham, they both need the Champions League points as well, whereas we are kind of secure, per se. So I'm hoping Chelsea go all out against Barca. It's a big glamour tie. And then, if
with history as well.
You know what I mean? If it so happens that maybe a couple of little things happen, I'm not going to mention them, then we might be all right for the weekend. So yeah, I'd probably, when I say rotate though, I mean like the rotation where, boom, you swap out a Calafiori for a Skelly. And you don't
that stuff. Not like we're playing in a League Cup.
Yeah. Like a Mosquera for Saliba, like just 3 or 4 changes that guys are fully amped up and rested for the Chelsea game.
A part of me is saying, fuck that, man. You man I know it can't be like this, but fuck that. You man play football, bro. I know you know I don't feel like this, but you don't get paid a lot of money. You're on it. There's people going to work, paying bills, bro. You man do your thing, but obviously there's going to be rotation. The only thing, and I agree that the cute and clever rotation against Bayern, it just suddenly dawned on me, as you said, Bayern, best team in Europe at the moment. So can we really afford to rotate? And then obviously, God forbid, that game there goes left. We should be beating Club Brugge. But I'm sure everybody saw that draw against Barca. Like, boy.
No, Brugge are very, very strong at home, for sure. But we still
we're going to the Lions then.
Yeah. But again, I think we got enough to salvage something against Bayern. But again, to be honest, I don't know how seriously Bayern will take, because they might go all out again, because in their league, I mean, they can just do whatever.
They've wrapped it, innit?
Yeah, they won the league already, so they might take it extremely seriously and say, you know what, let's go for blood here. Let's make a statement to the whole of Europe that, like, the PSG thing weren't a fluke. Big up Arsenal defending, but we're not the ones. So maybe they might go crazy. I don't know. Again, if we had the luxury, we'd love to play. Just say, you know what, the best possible 11. You mean let's keep on playing until someone goes down, and then big up your thing. We'll swap you out. But that's not realistically how football is. Do you know what I mean?
How life pans out, man.
Yeah, like it's not like, let's say if you're playing FIFA career mode or whatever, you can just play your best team. As soon as someone gets injured, okay, now you sub out. So you do it like after it's happened. So I'm just hoping that, we get some players back for Bayern, definitely, right? That should be doable. And then let's see how it goes. If we can get through, like I said, Spurs and Chelsea with 6 points, then
we're moving to them, man. Fuck them, man. 4 to 6 points is loading. And again, who am I? I'm just an Arsenal.
4 is not acceptable. I don't like 4. 4 doesn't make Sunderland calm. 6 would be like, okay, you know what?
No. We need 6, but 4 is a thing where I could say, all right, like I can sleep good.
All
I
right.
want 6. I
I
demand
wouldn't
6.
sleep good. I wouldn't sleep good because City are going to keep winning their games.
Bro,
They're going to go away Newcastle and get 3 again.
Tranquilo, man. We're doing them. You heard it here first. We're beating Man City at the Etihad. You lot don't see this is part of the movie. You thought everyone watches movies, yeah? It don't always go well like that. It starts a bit shaky, then it looks lit, then there's a bit of shenanigans going on. Trust me, we're winning at the Etihad. We ain't done that since Francis Coquelin and Santi, bro. We've got them. And you know what? You can't go back in time, yeah. But I would be even more bullish if we beat City at the Emirates. If we took 4 points off Liverpool and City, I'd be looking at it a bit more. Well, every game you got to earn the right to win. For me personally, North London derby, I don't think any Arsenal fan needs to waste time on that. Anytime you don't win that, it's heartbreaking. We need to win that. They don't have a good record at the Emirates. Long may that continue. There's a golfing class between the two sides. Clearly, like even if like both of us, we don't do the name brand thing, but you put their 11 out, you put ours out. Come on, man, we should be putting belt to us. Chelsea, beyond the obvious. I've not been happy with the last 2 trips to Stamford Bridge in the Premier League, so I need to see better. Villa, you touched on it. They're finding their form. You know, Emre and the connotations with Arsenal. It is one of those games. If I'm honest with you, and banter aside, rivalry aside, agenda aside, every game is difficult, all that kind of stuff, yeah. But there was 2 games that whether the games before, the games I haven't mentioned, they go left or right, yeah. There's probably two games that have my. If I could say I don't think I'm nervous, but if I was nervous or I was a bit apprehensive, I'd say Brentford at home. I don't know why, but I'd say Brentford at home and I'd say Everton away. I know it's not the Goodison Park, but they're the games I'm like, ooh, that's the only ones I'm kind of shook of if I'm honest, bro.
Oh, to be fair, I don't see the 2, but so is that below? Okay, now I see. All right, I didn't see that one because the message was there.
Yeah, it's my bad. 1 and 2.
Well, good news is, if you were not aware, Skilliman and Diai, he's going AFCON. So that's one massive part of the squad gone.
He's in my FPL. He's going to have to come out, but...
Yeah, so he'll be gone. So don't worry about that one. Again, it's still like they're very strong at home and that, but that's a big factor for them. So should be less apprehensive. Have I helped you a little bit there? Do you feel a little bit more calm?
Helped me a little bit, but the whole David Moyes versus Arteta, I don't know. It's always a bit shaky when we play Moyes. I can't lie.
No, of course. But that's a big component of what has made them so good this year so far. So for me, I didn't see the Everton thing, so I was counting it up until Wolves. Out of those 15, I will be satisfied with a 13. And the 1 comes at Villa. That's what I'll say. You know what? I can be happy with that. If I get that, I'll be satisfied. Like, then I'll feel like, okay, the league, big up everyone. You done your thing, but
and if we come out with that points kind of tally that you said into the new year, I don't even want to we'll do January on another stream, but lad. And even that's nasty by the Premier League.
Bro, when does it get nice? Like,
it doesn't get nice, but like Villa twice in a month. And then look at January.
This is what I mean. The whole vibe changes when you get 1 draw, bro. You start looking at every game like, you know what? That's a tricky game, bro.
Bournemouth away.
2 weeks ago, we're saying, right, every game, boom, clean sheet, win.
This is nasty as well. Don't get it twisted. This is kind of nasty as well. Bournemouth away, Liverpool at home, Forest away. Like, don't get it twisted. I've got all the confidence that we can win. I know we can't win them all yet, but like, we're not shaky like that. But you're like, ooh, like I'm sure every Arsenal fan at some point you've browsed the table, the fixture calendar list. And normally you can see a little run, like, okay.
Yeah, let's bang like 5 wins here, you know what I mean?
That's not here, like, it's not in all what we've looked at. It's not really in February, like, it's not really there in March and May. Even May, this is what I mean, it's part of
May's kind of, no, I don't even like it. There's no month that I like here, you know.
VAR, there's no way I can allow you to do that. It's nasty.
Hold on, though. 9th May, that's my birthday as well. Is that the second last game? Yeah. Or third last game. Third last game. Wait. Playing on your birthdays. We know who we're blaming if it goes left, you know. I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking, is that the day that we wrap it up? Yeah.
Bang your judge, bro. Bang your judge, bro. Like,
I didn't even know it was a day. Fairs.
But this is what I mean. It's part of the movie. Like, this is why we might do it. Look at the movie. You got Bournemouth at home, like away. You got Newcastle and the Eddie Howe stuff. We've had times where the Fulham games have gone shaky. City at the Etihad, we're winning that. Are we playing on my birthday? Oh, thank the Lord. We're not playing on my dad's birthday, to be fair. But we're not playing on my birthday. Palace away. Eze, bittersweet. He scored and that. And we've won the title. We don't want to celebrate. Yeah,
They can
I've
ask
seen,
us
I've
like
seen
Jibril
growing in this,
Cisse,
man.
you know when City won the league? And
Yeah.
then you see like Nasri and Cisse and everyone from QPR just like, bro, come and celebrate with us, man. Palace, we welcome you with open arms, man.
We welcome you with open arms,
Bring
man.
your
We
FA Cup
welcome you.
even as well if you want, bro. No problem.
Literally, big up our little bros, man. If you got any Ezes and Elises and all those things, let us know. You had a question, yeah. I've heard someone. I've done someone dirty. Smash the like button and subscribe to Amenyah. You had a question. I've done someone dirty, man. They had a question for you. I think it was Sadiq. My bad. I'll find it, man. I'll find it. I ain't gonna do you like that. He asked something about January. Amenyah. Sadiq, if you're there, yeah. Oh, there it is. Don't worry. Amenyah, what position would you strengthen in January if you had an £80 million budget?
Ooh, 80 million at my disposal. I go and I collect. See, this is the issue, yeah. Because he said 80 million. That's a lot
Big
of
up
money.
views on the rate.
If it was like a little 20, 30 M's, I would have said go get like a solid 8. All right, to just bolster the midfield a little bit. But 80 mil, you might as well go get me a left winger, bro. I can't lie, man.
Oh, you saved yourself. Just when I lose hope in you, like, yes.
Nah, you might as well get me a left winger, bro. No, well, I mean, the what left winger, I don't know per se, because again, I don't know how much like a layout would cost. I don't know how much any left winger would cost at the moment.
We can actually look. Like, obviously, I know. I mean, he did get he got the David Ornstein co-sign. I don't know if he's credible or whatever, but if I give him the benefit of the doubt and Semenyo's asked to leave Bournemouth in January, which considering you signed a new deal, I don't really believe. Does your 8 million go away?
People sign deals to make sure that they're like as a respecting. Like, yo, I'm gonna sign a deal, but you're gonna let me cut for 50, 60, whatever.
Apparently, there's a release clause there as well. But why would you want to pay that if you could negotiate?
I don't know. If I have that money available, again, I repeat, I don't know where Bert is getting the piece from because we already spent quite a lot.
One of the wallets.
Bro, Satin got sold. I don't know who or what got sold, but fair play. I don't know if we even have that 80 million. But yeah, I do think, depending on what's happening in January as well with injuries and whatnot, I think a left winger, someone that is quick, that is direct, just add that fresh impetus again where for the final 4 months, everyone's on their toes. Nobody's spot is safe.
It lifts us.
It's a new dynamic to add to the team. The fans are excited again. Because, you know, like, especially this season and last season as well, where the expectation is to win every game. The stadium's a little bit too flat for my liking. I keep on saying it because you go in, you expect to win. And if you haven't scored in 20 minutes, you start huffing and puffing at every pass. A new signing,
but that's just enough, though.
Elevates the vibes and the mood a lot. So yeah, I'd say a left winger if I had the choice.
But would you put the 80 million down on Semenyo? Apparently he's got a 75 million release clause, so you'd have 5 million to put in your bank.
I'll take the 5 mil, mate. No problem. That would do me more than fine.
What about Mr. Rodrygo? Because there are some rumors that he's available for 90 million. And again, I don't know for credibility.
Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Leave the brother there, man. I can't lie. I rated him, bro. But you know, for me, I got cooked for this actually on SDS. I was speaking about Sesko as a mentality per se. And Rodrygo's thing, he's giving me the same kind of vibes, bro, where it's like, brother, can I really get behind you when they've made it clear to you they don't rate your thing? You're not going to be playing.
And you're just going to cry about Real Madrid.
Yeah, and you're just there posting on your Instagram that you're in the gym all the time. Bro, we don't care. Like, they don't rate you and you're still begging it. Like, just leave, bro. Go to somewhere where they're going to rate you. Instead, he's staying there just being a beg. So, unfortunately...
Doesn't want to leave the toxic relationship. He doesn't think he could do better.
Yeah,
humiliation
so
thing.
You know what I mean? I need to have a bit of mental fortitude to you. You know what I mean? We're in a title race here. I don't want someone that's going to be there thinking about, you know, life back in Madrid the whole time, man. Allow it, bro.
Oh my God, I miss her. Get over it, man. She's getting doggy by next, man. Rodrygo, come to our team. I see Vinicius training at the Emirates. I hear rumors that Vinicius wants to leave. You know where I'm going with this.
See that one? He is an interesting one because obviously when he failed the Ballon d'Or thing, he definitely kind of threw his toes at the pram. He played a lot worse for the next year. But you know, when Vinny feels like it, that's a demon there, bro. That is like.
But do you think it's an ego problem? Because some people sit there and say, "Oh my God, he's got an ego. Arteta, not gonna like. He's gonna be a headache for Arteta. All that kind of jazz."
I leave that one for Arteta to decide. To be fair, I know that if they have that conversation, he will decide pretty early.
Magalhaes will tell him, "Relax, man."
Yeah, he'll tell you, yo, behave. Like when you come, like just behave, innit? Give him a
Facts.
little pep talk beforehand. Like, yo, when you speak to him, just try to like a little respect.
Granted, we're not Real Madrid, but behave yourself, bro. This ain't.
Yeah,
I don't know what you think this is. It's not that.
I mean, if he used to leave Madrid, there's not a lot of like, you know, huge options.
City, PSG,
right?
Saudi, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, aside from Saudi, in terms of like wanting to be at like a serious, you know, European club, PSG have got Kvicha, they've got Barcola on the left. You can argue Dembele can play on the left as well. City, they could go City, but obviously right here, right now, Doku has started to show signs of I guess like a Vinny type
Liverpool.
Liverpool,
based on the fact that they've been spending bread.
The thing is, Liverpool could do with him, but their problem is they've got someone who was one of their best performers last year, Gakpo, on the left, Wirtz, who likes to play on the left. They've got Isak and Ekitike, both of whom cannot play at the same time, so one of them will have to go on the left. So when you have like 4 or 5 brothers that can play on the left, again, I don't think Vinny would have been the guy before signing all of these like Isak, Ekitike. Do you know what I mean? Now it's like position-wise, it don't really make that much sense. You could argue that if Chelsea got good again, he would be a good
Even
option.
them, they got their bread. They'll be there trying to get him.
Yeah, but they are doing their under 23 FM thing, innit? Like just buy 400 players and then hope that like 3 of them bang. So it would be a decent one, but yeah, I don't see it happening, to be honest.
What are you saying for Liadis?
I like him. I'd be down for it. The only thing is, again, I do want, like, if it's purely down to me, I would want someone that is like more of a touchline winger, right? Yeah, such as someone that's
proper inside forward.
Yeah, Yield is this thing. Is like he's a fantastic footballer, right? He's very techy. He's got a good shot on him as well, but he likes to play more on the inside, right? You can argue more, even close to being like a 10, but he doesn't play as a 10. He will kind of drift off from the left, whereas I want someone that's going to stretch defenses. Do you get it? Yildiz is more like occupy the pockets. He's not going to run in behind, you know, right backs or right centre backs. So as good as he is, and hey, I'm not going to say I don't want him. I'll definitely take him. But if you're asking me for one of them, and that's true to be fair, that you know, another valid point is I rate it when players are begging it to come to the club because they're going to give you that extra attempt. You know what I mean? So Semenyo Arsenal, so they're going to give you that extra percentage at times where, you know, other people may just think, you know what, nah, man.
And they want to be here. We're not doing them a favor. I don't want no one here to do. I don't think any club deserves people that think they're doing them a favor, which is probably my thing with Rodrygo. Of course, if he left and he got the hump about Real Madrid and he's considered this all over and, you know, new beginnings, great. But I don't want you to cry about Real Madrid. I don't want you. Obviously, we know we're not Real Madrid, but I don't want you to think just because you've been at Real Madrid for the vast majority of your footballing career, well, yeah, for the vast majority of it, I don't want you to think, oh, I've done this at Real Madrid, no one can tell me nothing. And I'm not, to be fair, I don't know you from nowhere, innit? Like, we're just going off what we see, because to us as fans, it's like Real Madrid are always trying to shot you. You're a player that they kind of might sacrifice. I know Vinicius is linked with moves away, but they'll sacrifice you to kind of keep Mbappe and Vinicius sweet. Like, I don't really want that, but if you know what, better make it happen if you can, man. Semenyo, I agree with the Semenyo quotes. I just don't know how much we rate Semenyo, and even for me, like, I mean, it's not my money. Football's gone mad, but loosely, once we start getting past the 60-ish million M's kind of mark, I'm like, yeah, Semenyo, either Bournemouth got to play ball, or I'm not really on it still. I'll be real.
I hear it. You need a bit of Champions League experience in there for that kind of bread as well.
This is what I'm saying. Like you said, he'd beg it to come here. He wants to sign, his step up, Arsenal fan, kind of shades of Eze, Premier League proven. The way Bournemouth and Arsenal play, they're very different, but some of the intangibles are quite similar. It would work. It's just a price thing, innit? Just because I like a player, don't mean I'm underpriced. There are some rumors that you know, AC Milan are willing to sell Leao for as low as 80 million euros. So what's that? 70 million odd pounds? Yeah, doing that?
I think so, you know. I think
but
so.
Is he the guy like that though, man? I feel people overrate Leao. He's cold, but you're flashing the pan type of guy, like.
But you know who, prior to the last couple of years, was known as being the kind of person to get the best out of flashing the pan type guys. It's the guy on your screen there when he was even at City. You look at what the wingers started doing. So a lot of them were giving him credit for that as well.
Yeah.
So if I know that you have the natural ability already, I trust him to get the best out of someone like that, right? There's other wingers that we know.
Ranks, ain't we got that already, though?
What do you mean?
Like, we already got players that they're not bad, but there's a lot of guys that we don't know what we're getting from. And what I mean by that is obviously Saka needs to start putting the goals in. But last couple of years, he's done that. We like Madueke, you're part of the squad, but goals, we don't know. Gyökeres, I got all the faith. We don't know. Jesus ain't really done that. Trossard, sweet moment at this moment in time, but you and Martinelli are probably in that. So as much as it's Agassiz and Liao and this and that, could you argue he's more like it's getting another one from the same hymn sheet type of thing?
No, I'll tell you why it's not the same hymn sheet, because we're talking about players at their best or whatever. If you, on the left wing, if you put all three at their best, yeah, Trossard, Martinelli, and Leao, it's light years difference, bro. Now, I'm not saying Leao's going to be at his best every game. Of course, that's not going to be the case. But, like, the point that you raised was, like, when they're all fit and firing and they're cooking, bro, there's a big gap. I can't lie. Like, Leao is not in that kind of conversation. Now, when you take it to over a 38-game season, what he has done and has produced, yeah, it's been a couple years since he was, like, I think he won Serie A MVP 2022 or 3. One of those.
That league's bookie for attackers, man. Like Xerxes, Højlund, it's a bit fugazi over them sides. So
it is, but I seen him do it in Champions League as well, and with my 2 eyes in the flesh as well. I've seen him.
Oh, sorry.
No, because it adds to it. When you see someone do something with your own eyes, you know that, like, you can rely on them. There's something there where I know you're not just, like, going to be a guy that maybe has, like, a purple patch or whatever. We know he's good. I seen him against my own country in the World Cup. He came off the bench for Portugal and started bagging straight away. And then they were saying, "Oh, start this."
What, Lithuania? Oh, sorry, Ghana. It couldn't be them.
First and foremost, I'm not from Lithuania. So see, man, that's not even my dog. You don't even know my country. You don't even know my countries.
We need this.
Cool, though. It's cool though. He went to go and do a quick little Google search.
Why say it?
Yeah, but no. So when he bagged against Ghana again, it's like everyone knows how good he is. So I don't think it's the same level as
Suarez,
Trossard. I mean, you can do that all you want, but go and Google Suarez Ghana 2022 and look at the pictures. It's him crying. That's it. I won. Type in Luis Suarez 2022 Ghana Uruguay. The photographs is him like that on the bench, crying. His tears are flowing, bro. I know, because I made that my profile picture for like 2 months. So yeah, say whatever.
I'll pay good money to see Luis Suarez get off a plane in Ghana. You know,
he wouldn't get off the plane, bro. That's it. He wouldn't get off the plane. They'll remove, the stairs that, like, they come and put the stairs.
He needs the elite security, bro.
They'll swipe that. He's not going nowhere, man.
Would you make of this as well? Because I've big up Ricky, and I've answered this before, but Amenyah and DG, there were rumors of Barca wanted Odegaard for 70 million. I don't know how true. If in January you had 70 million plus 80 million from the earlier question, would you take that, and what would you do with it? I wouldn't sell Odegaard in January personally.
Nah.
I'll just be with the Amenyah thing, like Semenyo, Liao, just try to do that anyways.
Yeah, not for that kind of bread, to be honest with you as well. Like that's the captain. That's very destabilizing as well. Therefore, not a January thing. Like, maybe it's something that you can think about for 80, 90 in like a summer where you're like, okay, we've done this or we haven't done this. Let's see what happens. But no, I'm not selling Odegaard, bro. He's far too important. We've seen it in little spells this season, even though, yeah, he kept on getting subbed in the first 20, 30 minutes or whatever. And that's my captain now, man. That's my buddy. So me and him, we go way back, man. We go way back.
And for me, I'm not on it because it's too much selling. And I'm not selling Odegaard anyways. But every player has a price. If he says he wants to cut or the club want to sell it, my hands are tied. But I still think Odegaard's got more to give. Think he's a good player. Even if I was to consider, yeah, fuck that, he's gone. I don't really want to do the whole selling man in January. So I feel it's all fun and games saying Martinelli's gone, Trossard's gone. If you get an offer for this one and that one, it's too much. Jesus, it's too much turnover, man. What do you think of this? Should we be selling Saka? P, you're on to Saka, innit?
Bro, I don't even want to read the rest of the question, man.
No, but let's hear it out. For me, I know I'm not selling Saka under any circumstances unless you get some crazy money. But should we be selling Saka and buying a new superstar for his position? Have you seen his GA since his hamstring injuries? He might not be the same Saka as before the injuries. What is wrong there? Saka will be back, man. He's God's favorite, man. Little chilly to the world and back. He's not getting sold.
Ask him, as dumb as a question it is that I'm reading, ask him who is a superstar for his position that he wants to sign instead. And then
we're not getting Elise and them, man.
There aren't, bro. There's not options like that, bro. You're not getting Yamal, so therefore that's it. List over.
Exactly. Myth.
List over. Myth. So yeah, well done.
Bro, there's so many players that could leave before Bukayo. Bukayo's here to the end, man. Like loyalty means something to me, man. This guy was performing for us when we was playing him left back, and respectfully to the players at the time and the players now, and take nothing away from our existing players. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easier to stand up for the football club when everything's going relatively well, when we're in a new kind of dimension. Them times there, Saka was doing it. There was like 2 man on it. Everyone else was a bit of a pussycat. So yeah, forget that. And even that, where's the loyalty? I know there's no loyalty in football. Saka has played for this club and done the most. What? Because he's having a barren patch, if you want to call it that. And it's not even that we're going to snake him. I hear the hamstring concerns, and we'll have to see. But I'm cool with Saka, man. I'm cool. He's our boy, innit? Like, he's our boy, innit?
He's going nowhere.
Not going nowhere, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you as well. Therefore went over that. I mean, what do you think of this? Maurizio Micheli has agreed to join Arsenal as part of the recruitment team under director Andrea Berta. He did an excellent job at Napoli. I think he was instrumental in like finding like the hamshakes and the carrot skeelers and all of those kind of things. Like, what do you make of this? Because if he's anything like Berta, what up?
You know what it is? I mean, it's the same thing. I'm sure we had something in summer where, man are asking my thoughts on Berta. Bro, I don't know these dudes. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I know exactly what they do or what they don't do. All I can say is, hey, we spoke about 60, 70, 80 million. You want to go grab me Osimhen? Make the call, bro. Make the call. Make the call. Bring me Osimhen and I'm good, man. But realistically, unless you're like a super nerd, yeah, no one actually knows exactly what this guy will contribute, what he'll offer. He's not a player that we watch him for 90 minutes and he can, form opinions. So big up his thing. If Berta rates him, if Arteta rates him, I rate him, but I'm not going to give you like some in-depth analysis, you know what I mean? It's
Facts.
Good luck to him.
For me, it's a thing where, like you said, man, I'm going to act like I follow his whole life. But when you hear Andrea Berta, you heard Atletico Madrid. They're like, yeah, Real Madrid and Barca are expected to win La Liga, but he was making smart recruitments. He helped in his own way, helping them to win a battle in a war, if that makes sense. When I look at this guy just from browsing, and if you've helped Napoli find the stars of tomorrow and sell them for big money and find hidden gems, I'm on that. I want to ask, who doesn't want players of Declan Rice's ilk, 105 million and this and that? Equally, if you can find some random Joe Blogs that at the time of signing for us, we're not waffling about, and they come into our club and do a mad thing for us, and I'm happy for it. And me and you spoke about it last week. Yeah, one thing I think we could do is also bring in players that might not necessarily make the grade. Like, you might find some random Joe Blogs who you signed for 3 million, not Marquinhos. You signed for 3 million. He's not quite good enough. That 3 million's turned into 30. It helps us. And then you throw in Hayland. If you could do that with a couple of them, Bob's your uncle. So, like you said, if Arteta rates him, if Berta rates him, I rate him. Like, and let's just keep maneuvering how we've been maneuvering people. People, one more question before we get out of here, man. Someone drop a question, man. But until that, because I cheated the game, yeah, let me ask Amenyah. Would you rest Saka more? He does look like he's not on it. Hey, P is on to Saka today, innit? On to him.
I don't know what I go on there, man. You just have to just take it easy, bro. Like, we're not putting him in 3-game rest or whatever it is that you've asked for, man. So, no. All the best games, I would like to play Bukayo Saka, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Simple as that, man. Of course, I would like to. I say the rest thing subjectively. Of course, we have a duty of care if you can rest Saka and an occasional start here and there. But the first thing is 3 points. Are we better with Bukayo Saka on the pitch? Anyone who says no, you can't be an Arsenal fan. It's as simple as that. If we had a Yalmao or an Elise or someone in the squad that can fight Saka for that, we'd love that, innit? The only time I'm entertaining anything close to Saka being rested is if Madueke is prepared to like clock in for a shift, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, apart from that, I don't want to hear it, man. All right, last question then. Amenyah, would you take your boy Cherky at Arsenal instead of Odegaard at Cam? Oh,
nah. Cherky's my guy, but the thing is, like, you're looking at, again, I don't call them Cams anyway, but regardless, they are two very different players, despite both being, let's say, attacking midfielders or 10s or whatever. Odegaard, he's an attacking 8 for us. He's someone that his responsibilities go far beyond just creating chances. You guys know how much I love Cherky, but his thing is just final ball every time. Final ball. Make that pass to Erling Haaland to run and go crazy. We don't quite have Erling Haaland, unfortunately. And although we're not saying Cherky's lazy, he's definitely not like a lazy guy. But yeah, exactly. That's why that's the exact point. We're not like, he's not a Cam or whatever you want to call it. So Odegaard's role is, bro, every time you see whether it's on TV or at the Emirates, the first brother waving his arms like that every time is Odegaard, bro. He's waving his arms forward. Everyone, come and press, come and press. Shirky's not going to be the guy to do that. So I'd like him in general, but not in place.
Yeah, and just be part of the squad, man. And ironically, Cherky's bread and butter is you want to give him a free role in midfield, but he could also do a shift on the right hand side. They're the man that you want us to get before they end up at City. Big player, big potential, all that kind of jazz, but there's nothing really there. What have you got here? Cherky or Eze? I'm gonna have to go with my
that last
Eze,
one, by the way.
Cherky.
There's only 2 correct answers. I want to see if you got the same as me. There's only 2 answers that this should be.
Let's read it out first. One
question. It could be a third.
There's a couple still. One question: if you could add any 2 players from the Emirates era to the squad, who are you choosing?
For me, there's 2 immediately.
And I'm gonna throw this out there: like, you can't say Henry, you can't say Cesc Fabregas, you get dead.
Sorry, why can't we say Fabregas?
Because it's dead. It's a cop out. We both know we're gonna say.
That's not a cop out.
It is because we both know we're gonna say.
Now we have one left. I wasn't gonna say Henry.
You've been asked this question before, bro. 100%, and you definitely said Cesc.
I wasn't going to say Henry, though. Henry wasn't going to be my... Because Henry played...
No, I'm just saying that. Like, and 2 players. Say yours. I need time to think. You know what? 10 seconds, people. 10 seconds.
Okay, so no Cesc then.
No Cesc, man.
Okay, then my whole thing changes. But cool. Then I'm gonna pick 2 attackers.
I got 3. I got 4. I can find 4.
I'm not bringing you 4. Shall I tell you mine?
Go on.
If you're not letting me have Fabregas, it was going to be Alexis Sanchez.
I'm with that.
He can play either left wing, can play as a 9. He can do both of them to a fantastic level. And then it was going to be Fabregas, but if not, if we're ignoring personal tax and life tax and whatnot, bring back Van Persie then, innit?
Ooh, I forgot about
if it's just purely footballistically, not about what happened afterwards.
You know what? That's Gyökeres as a backup. You know what? Marino and Havertz. I can't lie. Yeah,
we got your thing.
That's a shout. I forgot about him. I went Alexis, Aubameyang, Santi Cazorla, and this is a left field choice. But we were speaking about Benjamin White. If Ben White truly wanted to go, Sagna.
Allow it, man. I'm not wasting big up Sanya, but I'm not wasting like all these 20 years at Emirates on a right back, bro.
Bro, could you imagine? Whoa. Timber, Sagna.
No, big up Sanya. No, big up Sanya, cold baller, but like we got Mosquera, but like there's places that we're starving, bro. We are playing Mikel Marino as our striker, bro. Get me some strikers ASAP. To
be fair, you know what? VAR, Sagna. Sorry, my friend.
Yeah, big up your
Van Persie, Aubameyang, and Alexis Santi.
Yeah, what a 2 that is.
No Wilshere or Ramsey. Ramsey might cook in this system with Arteta, you know.
Allow it.
No Wilshere.
Bro, allow it, man.
Jack
look at the levels that we're talking about, bro. Think of just Alexis Sanchez. Bro, will Wilshere start immediately?
Yeah.
No? Over who?
What? Odegaard, come out of that spot, rude boy. Are you going mad? Jack Wilshere.
I can't believe what I'm listening to, bro.
Jack Wilshere.
Hey, we love the outro, man.
You never watched him.
Bro.
You never watched him. You think I'm talking about Mark Randall? No. I don't know. Or Connor Henderson or something.
Brother, Wilshere is not starting for this Arsenal team. What are we talking about, bro?
Someone help me. Somebody please help me.
They're not going to help you. If they're sensible, they're not going to help you.
Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard. Someone's coming up at that spot. And even if I'm, Eze, I'm sorry, but you have to get thrown under the bus. At the moment, it's Eze, it's Rice, it's Zubimendi. Eze, it's left wing or nothing, rude boy. Rice can get moved to the right to allow Jack Wilshere in.
I think you're blinded by, proper like A-Land and whatnot. Big up Barca, big up all that, but allow it.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Jack Wilshere and Odegaard at his best. What, you think Odegaard don't come up out that spot? Seriously?
But both of them at their best? That's Odegaard, the question you're asking.
Firing. Jack Wilshere is in his best. You don't think Odegaard's coming up out that spot?
He's not, bro. Odegaard's banging 15 goal seasons and he's pressing and he's getting the assists.
Idiot goals.
What do you mean idiot goals? He backed 2 against Chelsea that were bangers as well.
Your guy are mad.
His prime is that you gave him that one game, yeah? That's
Super Jack. The best English talent we've produced since fucking Paul Scholes, mate.
There's brothers and Wayne Rooney, which is scary as well.
Man, look. Okay, Odegaard, but yeah, I just know who you know. You lot don't know ballers, bro. Jack Wilshere had heart as well. Jackie boy. I can't believe it, but this is what football's about. Jackie Wilshere. Bro, this guy supports United. He's even saying respect Jack Wilshere. Wilshere at his best. Forget the injury thing. At his best.
I feel like I'm being trolled or something. Like
Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, that was crazy, by the way. Saying Tanya's nasty work, by the way.
Man, I can't lie. I'm on the fullback thing. I'm on it. Listen, any French centre back or fullback out there, but bring them all, bro. Bring them all. Don't introduce me to a vibe we can't maintain.
Bro, you're gonna bring bullshit, and then we're gonna start saying, "Oh, where's the numbers at? Why is my 10 or why is my attacking midfielder not bringing numbers?" Because Wilshere was
never heard me get onto Odegaard about numbers.
No, Wilshere is the guy, yeah, that would be again. The reason why I said he's not gonna play is because Wilshere will play Declan Rice's position. And that is the problem. He's not better than Declan Rice.
Wilshere, Rice, Odegaard, we're living there, sorted. Zubimendi in the mix. In fact, fuck it. Sorry, Zubi.
So you say bad Zubimendi? Are you cutting Zubimendi out then?
Rice, Zubimendi, Wilshere, bro. Like Odegaard, you're about my GG. You're about, bro. When the weather's shining in Emirates, the grass is cut.
You've asked me who's both at their best, and you're telling me Wilshere. I'll
tell you what. I think we win the league if Jack Wilshere's fit.
All right, you know what? Bring back Saka, man.
Bring back Jack. Like, since we're going there, boy, Xhaka, Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes, you look like captains to me. I won't expand on it. I'm nasty, man. I'm nasty. See what you're doing? Like
it got there in the end. We got to the crux of the issue there in the end.
You see what you did. It's cool, I love Jack Wilshere, bro.
I get it.
But you're forgetting Jack Wilshere going on loan and Gnabry going leaving. Yeah, I wouldn't be on YouTube without them. Like that's the oh no, like
that's cool, but the question is not where would DG be without these guys in the YouTube. The question
but you're chatting like Wilshere's a scrub, bro.
But I never said that. And
because you're moving like Odegaard's up here.
No, but I've never said that. But you are the whole issue is going to be when you now play Rice, Wilshere, and Zubimendi or whatever the trio is you're saying, people are now going to be complaining. Where are the numbers? The same way they are for Eze right now. When Odegaard was at his best, which was the question that was being asked, Odegaard was bagging every other game and then getting assists as well.
Yeah, but we're focusing
on adding the pressing as well. Bro, all the stuff that he's
Wilshere can press his clapping, man, but you're forgetting that there was a part of the conversation was 3 players. You mentioned goals, yeah? That's cool. I hear that.
2 players.
Yeah, okay. Van Persie, Amenyah, Alexis, them man can do the goal thing. Right, wait. So let me ask you.
You asked to pick 2 players, and I picked my 2. I didn't pick, and then you start saying, "Oh no, Wilshere, bro." I said no. I said that reaction to Wilshere because I've said Van Persie and Alexis, and you're bringing me Wilshere. That's why I've reacted like that, bro. Because what the hell is Wilshere in comparison to those
Wilshere? Yeah, part Wilshere because we could put up the white flag and the blood and crips. Yeah, part Jack Wilshere. If it's not Wilshere, Santi Cazorla. Like, is Santi starting ahead of Ozil? I just need to know where your mind is.
Ahead of who?
Instead of Ozil, I'm next mode. Odegaard, the real MO. Ozil.
So now the issue is Santi would be the Zubimendi replacement. No, because you're not listening to what, bro. Santi wasn't a 10 like that. He wasn't banging as a 10 like that.
Are you mad?
Santi's cold, bro. Santi's my guy.
Santi play out wide, 8, 10.
Yes. But if you're asking me, Santi at his best.
Santi at his best, no injuries, ready to play ball. Is Odegaard or Santi? Which one are you going with?
Bro, Santi. But my problem is that if I want to go with like them at their best and the right,
you're not a coach, bro. I don't care about heat maps and pressing and all this jazz, bro. Like
no, but I do because we want to actually play these players, bro. They have to play in the team.
Ever been lazy? Did he ever just stand there like a traditional 10? He was everywhere. He was fucking grafter.
But you're not getting my point though. You're not getting my point. I'm trying to give you the lineup that is going to go and win the games as well, bro, right? There's
no point corrupted, man. You see what happens when you get influencer gigs and you start being on the platforms and that you forget.
It will be the opposite. Otherwise, I say, you know what? Go and bring Thierry Henry then, man. Even though it's 07 and he wasn't doing anything, bring Thierry Henry, man. Why not?
Bring Thierry. I can't slander the goal. Would you have Adebayor? Because we said Van Persie. I said, well, you said Van Persie. I said Amenyah.
I am the ultimate cheerleader of Adebayor will be our best striker, bro, by light years right now. If Owe Adebayor was in this team, we win the league. I won't even entertain other conversations, bro. That's not even. But obviously, again, you asked me for 2, so I've picked the 2 that I've gone with. And that's what I mean, though. There's so many players that I'd pick before going to Wilshere because I think we need the firepower more than we need.
So did I, but I can't believe the shit you were saying still. Nah, listen, I love Ozil, but that's the one I wouldn't go with because you lot done Ozil dirty. It's not gonna bang in the modern day. dead. It's dead. It's dead. Last question, yeah. Somebody said Wilshere or Ramsey. Let's see.
What's the question? As in, who had the better legacy? Who was, you know, who would I take now?
I think they just said Wilshere or Ramsey. Look. Wilshere or Ramsey was the debate back in the day. So Wilshere or Ramsey.
No, it was. I
think them both for football. Wilshere or Ramsey.
Okay, well, if that's the question, then the answer is going to be Wilshere if you're throwing the ball.
Or you're a football manager. You got to start one. Who you going with?
If I'm a football manager, I probably would edge it towards Ramsey because he will offer me, although he had obviously the Stoke leg break and whatnot, he'll offer me a more consistent 38 games. He was a goal scorer as well. Big games.
Was Ramsey ever consistent over 38 game period?
I'd say more so than Wilshere, to be fair.
Well, yeah, because Wilshere can stay fit, but Ramsey doesn't get a roasting.
They both had like injury issues, you know what I mean? But like Ramsey, let's say 13, 14, and even afterwards, bro, like FA Cup winners, the brothers there every time. I can think of like Champions League winning goals and his link up with Ozil as well. Like, again, they're both, for me, I wasn't really in them debates because I just said, bro, we got both of them. Like, why do I care who's better, bro? I want them both firing for my team. But if now you're asking me as a manager, I get to pick, like, let's say one of their seasons, and I take Ramsey 13, 14 because, again, goals win you games, unfortunately. They're like, it's very important. So, yeah, obviously, I prefer to watch Wilshere. Ramsey was not someone that I like watching play football. Do you know what I mean? He's more of like an efficiency kind of guy. Wilshere is like the beautiful game. You know, you want to watch a little.
Wilshere was the full package: vision, tenacity, wonder of a left foot, great in tight spaces. Could have been Spanish. You need to check his passport. For me, obviously, ability, natural ability, all that jazz. Wilshere. I just think in the current game, yeah, it's got to be Ramsey. He's got the capacity to get goals. He's got the clutch aspect of him.
Engine as well. Engine.
Like, I can't lie. Him and Ramsey together, him and Declan Rice together, Arteta, horrible things, horrible work.
But I don't think I'd want that one though. That's why I say when I think as a coach, I'd rather have Wilshere and Rice together. If I had to pick, if it was,
don't bread him now. Don't bread him now.
No, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. If you,
I am hearing you, but
it's like forget the rest of them. Yeah, no, because if it's Rice. That's my striker now, bro. No comment. That's my striker. You know me and Gyökeres, we go way back now, bro. That's my guy.
Shameless.
Yeah. To what I was saying, Declan Rice and Wilshere would work better than Declan Rice and Aaron Ramsey, in my opinion. Because Wilshere's better on the ball, you know what I mean?
I'm on the Brexit team though right now. You got me on the Brexit thing. And whoever asked that question, yeah, you're a bad person because it's absolutely descended into chaos, man. And we're losing track of time, man. And on the topic of time, I respect other people's time, especially when they're giving it up to the guy. Amenyah, it's always a pleasure. Again, this guy's doing great work. The Twitch is going crazy. The his TikToks are amazing. TikTok's going crazy. Insta's going mad. He's getting other gigs. YouTube, he's finally, probably after about 2 years, he's finally started to take it seriously and he's doing big things. So follow my man. It's in the title, people. Yeah, Amenyah, where can people find you though? Even though I've kept saying it.
Yeah, I mean those exact same places you listen to. Fair, just type in my name on whatever app. I should be there yapping away about something or other. So yeah, we
especially when he does it, bro. You know your funniest ones, yeah, is like when you fucking put on the glasses and then you're like the review of the weekends. I think it's more time you do that. The review of the weekends. You stop doing the what's the ones you used to do, man? Like you used to have you used to take
100.
Yeah, 100 man better than this one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for the next one. A little spoiler. I think it's gonna be a Verts thing. 100 signings.
Jamie Gittins, Sesko. We need to get the rivals out of him, man. Xavi Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons could be next. To be fair, Simmons could be next. Actually, when football resumes, club football, I'll pick one of them and get it cracking.
See, we like Amenyah, even if he's got some wayward opinions about Jack Wilshere. But follow him in all the socials. You lot are the MVPs of the chat. You lot are the MVPs. Me and him were just here entertaining you lot, having conversation with a good friend. But if you lot weren't here, there'd be no point of it being on YouTube. And I could easily just phone him or whatever. So yeah, big up you lot. Subscribe to the platforms. Do all of that stuff. Amenyah, it's always a pleasure, man. When football's back, we have more to discuss. But until then, everybody stay safe, stay blessed. We're out. And again, I'll say this.
One goal. Come on, everyone's waiting. Come on, rise it up, bro.
Okay, people, I'm just going to say this, yeah. I wasn't even going to do it yet. He's bad man, it's that voodoo. But I just want to say this, yeah. Some of us have done it once or not. Some of us have never done it. Some of us go on our Instagram pictures and go and put up pictures of them holding trophies when they're about 11, when they had a bar lead. Some of us do this. These are the
against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
These are the guys. Amenyah's got 2 weeks to reply. Yeah, man. I'm joking. Amenyah and all of that.